So one of my coworkers that's been working for the company for 10 years got fired today, right? And I don't know if this is not a sign for y'all boys, or, you know what I'm saying, y'all women too, or everybody. If this is not a sign for y'all that these jobs do not give a fuck about you, I don't know what it is, you know?
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
Y'all, my corporate job just fired me. I went in today all nicely dressed like I am, and you know, they sat me down and told me they were letting me go. After 6 years at this company, I am no longer there. And you know what? I'm not even upset. Is that bad? Is that bad not to feel upset about the situation? Like, I've been getting questions from family and they're like, how do you feel? And my response to them has literally been, I feel free. The reason, before y'all even get, you know, to thinking that it was because of something that I posted on here, it was not. It was because of budget cuts. And not only was I let go, but others were too. So yeah, that was still surprising to me. I mean, I immediately asked in my, I guess, exit, just want to make sure that this is not about performance. And they clarified, this is not about your performance. This is solely based on, you know, us not getting the grants and these things that we thought we were getting, and us having to cut back. And so I had to write it all down as they were talking, because I had to make sure, like, what after 6 years? I know God has a plan for me. I've been blessed with almost 18,000 of you on this platform, and I am so thankful. I hope they never take this platform away, because I am so thankful for you all. And just know that it's about to come. Like, when y'all see me, just know. Just know it's because, baby, that job let her go. I'm gonna have more for y'all. I don't have much now. I'm still kind of in shock, but not upset. Feel like God puts you in certain positions in your life. He makes you do stuff that you wouldn't do. Like, I would have never put myself in this position to be even a little bit uncomfortable, but he did that for me. I just know there's something big coming. I know there's something big. So y'all gonna see a lot more of me. So get ready, and please share these videos with a friend. Please send the links to a friend. Tell them to come follow your girl, because we got so much coming. I'm gonna be sharing everything. I'm gonna be sharing corporate stuff. I'm gonna be sharing as still show up for y'all as if, you know, nothing has changed. So don't get it twisted. We're still here, and we're about to grind this out.
I don't think people realize like how disrespectful these jobs be, bro. They will literally have you training your replacement. I promise you. You'll come into work one day, it'll be a new guy come in, they'll be like, hey, you come here. We need you to train Josh real quick, man. We know you know everything. We need you to train Josh, get him up to speed. You and Josh kicking it. You and Josh kicking it real heavy. You teaching him everything you know. You telling a little bit of your business. He telling you a lot of his business. You know how it go. Hey, look, the whole time you talking to him, you ain't even realize that you on your last point at work. You ain't realize you on your last point. They waiting on you to miss one more day, and they gonna boot you, and Josh gonna have your spot. And don't have a badge. Don't have a badge, bro. And you be done miss the day, you come to work, bruh, your badge don't work, and Josh coming in. Hey, look, Josh badge work. He go to y'all workstation, your badge don't work. You go ahead and call HR, they be like, yeah, man, it just ain't gonna work out.
This is a friendly reminder, especially if you're feeling rejected, undervalued. When you're interacting with somebody or you're working in a company where you don't feel valued, that is a strong signal that there is a misalignment, because you have incredible value to give. You have an amazing set of experiences and strengths. And just because somebody doesn't see it or recognize it does not mean that it's not there. And this may be an opportunity to go and find the spaces and the people that see you for all that you are and are excited for what you can bring to a room. Hang in there and go find your people.
One of the hardest lessons to learn in this life, especially as it pertains to corporate, is that 90% of us are very replaceable. It doesn't matter how good you are at your job. It doesn't matter that you show up on time, you're prompt. It doesn't matter who likes you sometimes. You are replaceable. My first job, I was on a commission structure and I never took a day off, literally ever. And my manager turned around one day, he said, Kevin, you have almost 200 hours of PTO. Fucking use them. It's okay. I had the mindset, I was like, no, I gotta work every day. I gotta be here busting my ass. He said, relax. It's just freight. I worked in supply chain. So after that, I would take a day off every fucking week. There are certain people that literally cannot remove themselves from their job. There are other people that will take a week and a half, 2-week vacation because it's just work. Once you remove yourself, you're gone from it. Once you come back, it's going to be there. Utilize your PTO, let your brain reset. Do all of these things to get away from the job and actually live your life. because work is always going to be there. Whether you get laid off, whether you get fired, it doesn't matter. Someone is always ready to come right behind you and fill that position. It's just work.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just need to vent again because I am just so tired of pretending to care about working for these giant billion-dollar corporations that pay me less than what I deserve. I can get more money at another corporation, but I'm so tired of like caring that this matters to me. I do not care if this manufacturer gets invoiced in time. I don't care. The only reason why I'm doing this, the only reason why I kind of care about this job is because I have bills to pay and I have like things to do with my life. And you guys don't pay me enough to just like let me sit around and do nothing. Okay? Like I have to pretend like I care about this big corporation that they don't even know my name. They don't even know how to pronounce my name correctly. And it's so frustrating because, you know, even during interviews, you have to be like, yeah, you know, I really want to further the mission of this company because blah, 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 blah. I really care, blah, blah, blah. No, like I don't. Like I'm tired of pretending like I care just so I can have money to pay my bills because I really don't. Like I'm just ready to like get married and just like be a housewife and have my husband pay for things because like I'm tired of pretending to care. I truly am. Like, it does not matter to me. The only reason why it does is because I need a job, because I need money.
I just want to let you know that you're actually very fucking replaceable. And that this idea that you're going to be letting your coworkers down or leaving your company high and dry if you leave, that's a cop-out. That's a cop-out because you want to act like you're so altruistic that you're staying in a job you don't like or you're staying in a job you've outgrown for other people. Oh my God, look at you. You're so amazing and special. You sacrifice your own happiness and fulfillment for others. You get a fucking badge. Just kidding, you don't. You don't get any credit for not doing what's best for you. You don't get any credit for self-sacrifice. When you know there's something else you're supposed to do, you don't get any credit for that. They're gonna replace you. If you died today, they'd hire somebody else. Saying that you have to stay because these other people would die without you, they fucking won't. They're gonna be fine. You, on the other hand, are not, because you're slowly dying inside, being in a position that you don't want to be in any longer, and you're allowing it to keep you from your happiness and keep you from your dream, keep you from living the life that you truly meant to live. And it's not because you care about those other people, it's because you're scared to take action. And if you're scared to take action, you need to work on that. You need to work on courage, you need to work on your fucking belief in yourself, because ultimately you can do whatever you put your mind to, but you're fucking it up by acting like you're altruistic for these other people. They don't care about you, you shouldn't care about them. Get the fuck out of there. It's time for you to sign. Bye.
Hey, you are replaceable. In your job, you're replaceable. And this is how I learned that I was replaceable when I was in the news industry as a news anchor. And why am I telling you this? Because my friend just called me unsure if she should quit a job that she's had for 7 years and that she doesn't like anymore, but she feels like she's gonna let people down and she doesn't know like what people are gonna think about her and all that good stuff. And I'm like, girl, I have been there, and leaving news was by far the hardest decision I've ever made in my entire life. But what made the decision shift for me and make it better was what happened to me 1 month before. And I was very, very emotional and sensitive about the decision already. I gave a 2 months notice because I felt bad about leaving too soon. 2 months notice to my boss. And about 1 month before my last day was like August 30th, I think. And that first week of August, they wanted to run some promos on the social media of the talent, the people who are on air, of their first day of school pictures. Like, look how cute, look at our morning anchor's first day of school picture, our evening anchor, our reporters, whatever. And make like a little promo because it's the time where kids are starting to get to go to school and all that good stuff. So I send in my picture for the first day of school, my kindergarten picture, and the second week of August the promo starts running and I'm like, oh my gosh, how exciting. I go to click and I'm not in the promo, and I go, surely this is a mistake, I still have a month here. So I go to the guy that runs the promos and I go, why wasn't I in the promo? I sent you my picture like on time. It's like, oh yeah, but you're leaving. Why would we want a promo on you or with you in it if you're leaving? And that devastated me because I had given so much of my life to this job, and in an instant I was replaced. the second I left, the next day, there was a new morning anchor. And she's amazing. Nothing to do with her at all. But like, I would go to sleep at 5 p.m., wake up at 2 a.m. My whole life shifted. Didn't go to holidays, didn't go to family parties. Like, all this for a job that not even a month, like a month before my last day, had already, bye, replaced. And I told her that story. And she's quitting next week, hopefully. If you're watching, please quit, because she's not happy. So if this resonated with anyone, please know that you're not alone. It's okay to be uneasy and for it to be a hard decision to leave a job, but you are replaceable, and that should bring you peace. A job is important. It's how you provide for your family, but it's not everything. And find a job that values you, but know that even when they value you, you are replaceable. And that is my spiel for the day. Thank you very much.
One mistake that I see corporate people making is thinking that they're irreplaceable. They think their job is irreplaceable. You're replaceable. I'm replaceable. If I was to leave my company, if I was to leave my job today, they would find someone else to do it. Any job that I have ever left, they found someone else to do it. And what happens when you leave the job is they make it someone else's responsibility to figure out how to keep the ball rolling. And so what that person's going to do is they're going to come in, they're going to get an understanding of all the things that you have been working on. They're going to figure out what things are business critical to keep, and then they're going to cut the rest. Because some of the things that you're working on, I mean, it's humbling to think about this, but some of the things that you're working on aren't actually moving the needle. Like they're not business critical. And so while you're doing those things and like you find so much value and like those things are like so important to you, someone else might not think that those things are as important. I had this really humbling thing happen to me. In one of my first corporate jobs, I turned in my notice, and let's say it's like 8 o'clock, because it felt like it happened so fast. I turned in my notice. It's 8 a.m. Around 8:15, they're coming around and they're like, hey, we're going to do your exit interview now. I was like, okay. I go do my exit interview and they're like, and we're letting you go today. By 8:30, I was out of the building. By noon, they were showing someone else their new job. They were showing someone else their desk, which was my old desk. That's humbling. One of the most humbling things that we can do is realize we're replaceable. And what that does is that helps you to detach your value, your identity from your work, and realize it's just a job. It's not personal. It's business. You're more than just your job. The hot take is we're replaceable. I'm replaceable. You're replaceable. The business is going to keep going, whether we're here or not. And we think someone else is like going to come in or like, oh, the reason why they stopped doing those things is because I'm not here. But no, yes, that is what happened. But also they realized like some of those things were not moving the business forward. And they're like, okay, we're going to cut these things. The first thing someone does is cut programs that they themselves don't have the capacity to do. Think about all the things that you're doing where you're like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm so swamped. I'm feeling burnt out. Are all of those programs necessary? That helps to put things into perspective too. Like, are you just busy? And the things that you're busy with, are those moving the business forward? Or could you do less and be more effective? Because you're replaceable. I'm replaceable. And that's just the way that it is.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let's continue the video.
Been a nurse for 8 years, and honestly, like, this is just how shit go. The people working to take care of people get treated the worst. And I'm not making any excuse for nurses that don't do their job correctly, but I understand why it's a money grab, because you're gonna get treated like shit. When you get sick, half the facilities you work at, you won't even be able to afford or have the insurance to stay at. Like, that's real talk.
It is true that a lot of nurses are just there for the bread, just there for the money, honestly. But on the other hand, a lot of these companies will replace you real quick. So if you actually care about your work and your job, you don't really get rewarded for your loyalty and all of those things. You don't get rewarded for any of those things.
Here's the sad reality. You're all replaceable. You may think you're so important at work, but you're not. You're fully replaceable. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't work and give it 100%. You get paid 100%, give it 100%. But don't take it home with you. Do not take it home with you, because you know what? Nobody cares. And the perfect example of that is the United Healthcare CEO. He was just shot, and he was unalived by an assassin with a silencer.
guess what? The investor meeting that took place, that was supposed to be held, that he was going for, and he prepared for that PowerPoint presentation that he was ready for, it still happened. It happened right at 8 o'clock when he was unalived at 7 o'clock. Literally, the pools of blood in the building where it happened, like, you're thinking about this just happened to the CEO, and guess what? That meeting still went on. That's a perfect example that shows you how replaceable and how ultimately unimportant you are at the workplace. So don't take that crap home with you. Put your family first, put your relationships first, put everything first except for work. Work hard, do your work, still do 100%, but don't take it home with you. Not at all. There's more to life. Take a vacation, have some fun, enjoy your life.
Because you need to do what's best for you and your family. Regardless of what feelings you hurt, no matter how long you've been in a certain hospital, if there's another job at another facility that's offering you more money, but you're scared to leave because you're scared to either offend the management, if you're scared to, hurt people's feelings because you're leaving, who gives a shit? Do what's best for you, what's best for your family, what's best for your pockets, because at the end of the day, this is just business, all right? I'm getting all up in your feelings, bro. It ain't even that serious. Like, I'm replaceable at the drop of the hat, let's be honest. Like, nurses, new grads, if you're seeing this video, you're 100% replaceable. If you died today, they'd have a job posting tomorrow. I'm telling you right now, you're 100% replaceable. So do not think for 1 second that, oh, I'm just so irreplaceable. Like, no one's gonna ever do the job as good as I can. Bruh, they'll replace you at the drop of a hat. So, you do you. Go where the money's at. Do what's in your best interest for yourself, your family, and do not care what your hospital system, what your management, your nurse leaders, whatever. Don't care what they have to say. Do what's best for you.
Y'all better stop breaking y'all backs for these jobs that replace you before your body even gets cold. They love saying, oh, we family, but let you get sick. Let something happen to one of your kids. Let your mental health go downhill. They'll send you an email so quick talking about, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go. And then have a job posting up at the end of the day. Don't let loyalty get you played.
So I know we all saw the CEO of United Healthcare get unalived yesterday, but that experience as a whole humbled me so hard because I just left work for 2 weeks and I thought I was going to come back to, like, I don't know, I guess a shit show. I was like, this place can't run without me. Like, it's not going to be nearly as good as it was before. And then I was, like, really upset when I got back because I was like, wait, no, like, it looks like everything went fine. Like, literally no one cared that I was gone. This man, they had the meeting that he was on his way to. Like, they didn't even cancel the meeting. They didn't even take time to be like, guys, maybe we should cancel. They've already got like 7 people in line to take his place. They're like, oh, we gotta move this, get this ball rolling. Okay, we know who we're gonna replace him with. You couldn't wait a day? You couldn't at least take a day of mourning? You had the meeting. You had the meeting still as planned when this man just got unalived 20 minutes ago. That is insane behavior. I don't even think they did Bart Bass that dirty, okay? I at least think they gave him like a couple of days of like rest. Oh my God. So that really, if you need anything to take your sign that the corporate world is just going to keep turning, everything's just going to keep moving, life is going to go on whether you're in it or not, take that as your sign to take a day off, okay? Take that vacation, take that time off because everyone's replaceable.
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Easter Monday, everybody. For those of y'all who have to work today and you love your job and you feel like you're such an important member of the team and you're dedicated and those type of things, I want you to know that the Pope has not been dead for 12 hours and they're talking about who's going to replace him. So don't tell me it's too soon. Tell them it's too soon. By the way, he worked yesterday all the way to his death. He was still working. Happy Monday. Happy work week. Have a good week, you guys.
Coworker bestie, you need to prioritize yourself the same way that you're prioritizing that job. You're acting as if that job wouldn't replace you in a heartbeat, okay? They will definitely fill your position. Maybe it won't be with somebody with the same quality, but they will definitely put somebody in that seat the moment that you quit or the moment that you're ill or something happens, okay? So you need to prioritize yourself. You need to make sure your mental and your physical is okay, whether that's taking breaks at work when you need to, stepping away from your work when you need to, or leaving on time sometimes. That's completely
completely okay. Don't let that job make you feel guilty. Don't let them guilt trip you into thinking that you need to do these long hours in order to be seen as a great employee. No, you need to prioritize your mental and your physical health, because at the end of the day, the only person that's going to care about you is you.
Listen, I love the argument of, well, I make more money than you do. Yeah, but you also work 12 to 15 hours a day. Your employer calls you almost every single weekend asking you to come in or to work overtime. Your overtime is absolutely taxed to no end, and you never see your friends, family, or kids, or parents. Yeah, I'm good. Why would I want to work myself like a dog to make money I can't even spend? I can literally take a month off of work and nobody bats a single eye, because I get paid regardless. I will never jeopardize my work-life balance to make some extra money. Stay blessed.
Is anyone else experiencing this kind of like disconnect and just general disinterest in the job search? I just feel like I don't care anymore, and it's so bad, like, because I graduated in 2023, so I did work a little bit in my field. I did have a job in accounting for a little bit. Well, right now I'm still waiting tables. My parents are just really getting on me because they're like, Olivia, you need to act like you're unemployed. Like, you're getting comfortable with your job. And it's like, no, I'm not getting comfortable. Like, in fact, I want to get out of serving. Like, it's great for what it is, but, you know, it's ultimately not what I want to do. And I do want to get out. But this other life, this like 9-to-5 life, doesn't seem very attractive to me anymore. And I just feel really disillusioned with the whole corporate life because, you know, for all the shit that you guys go through, at the very least, you could have job security, but you don't. Like, I'm really realizing that there's no such thing as job security. People used to tell me, oh, get a government job. Y'all see what's happening with the federal jobs? Like, their whole department's being laid off out of nowhere, no notice, no nothing. You would think that with everything that y'all go through and how much time and energy you pour into these jobs that they would treat you better, and they don't. I have to move back in with my parents, so it's just something I'm thinking about because I know they're going to be on my ass about the job search and things like that. And it's not even that I'm lazy, it's just that I don't want to fight for something I don't actually want. It just doesn't seem worth it. Not only do we not have the same level of job security that our parents and our grandparents had, but we also can't afford anything. Even if we do have these jobs, even if we do have this job security, a lot of people can't even afford to pay their rent. At least back then, you guys could pay your rent. You know, you could pay your rent, you can buy your car, you could buy houses, you could afford to eat, you could afford to have fun. We don't have that same reality. The way prices have gone up in comparison to the way wages and salaries have stayed stagnant is insane, and nobody's talking about it. We don't have the same reality that our parents and grandparents did, and they don't want to acknowledge that. What we're fighting for is not the same thing that you guys were experiencing. So it's like, I'm fighting so hard to get some 9-to-5 that's going to pay me barely enough to rent a room in a house and live in fear every day of being laid off on a random Tuesday. And then in the midst of that, I don't even know if I can put food on the table, or if I can put food on the table, I don't know if I can put gas in my car. And if I can put gas in my car, I don't know if I can have fun because I need to put food on the table and gas in my car. Our money is not going as far as it used to go. And I feel like we're getting gaslit about that. Like, home prices, tuition prices, like the way everything has gone up and they're paying us the same amount of money is insane. So excuse me if I have no interest in fighting for my life in corporate America. I'm sorry.
I think this week was yet again another example in this country that the idea of job security is gone. There's no such thing as job security. We've gone through this over and over again. Everything that we thought that was supposed to be a sure thing, you get your good government job, and you had that job for, I don't know, 25, 30 years, and then you retire with a pension. It's gone for a lot of people. And it's due to no fault of their own, right? And so that's why you got to do what makes you happy and fight like hell to keep that happiness. Remember, it's the Harriet Tubman of it all, okay? You got to fight for your happiness.
Tiffany, job security is a scam. It's a lie that society has been giving us. This idea of full-time employment as a way to create job security does not exist, my friend. No longer exists. You can't even try to make this as part of your list. Anyone that's out job searching right now and saying, my number one goal is to get job security, it's an illusion. Every job is temporary. Every job is temporary. And more importantly, you are a business of one who is looking for the right partner. The moment you change your mindset around this, stop looking for job security. You put yourself down here when you say that, and you put them here. You create a set of golden handcuffs for yourself. This is the wrong thing to be looking for. Okay, so who cares about these clauses? They don't mean anything. They mean zero, because job security is non-existent. Every job is temporary. What I want you to do instead, Tiffany, think about the mindset change right now. You are a business of one. You want mutual trust and respect. You want to set some terms that are mutually beneficial. And when it changes, and we never know when that will happen, but it always happens, right? Maybe a year into it, 2 years into it, and all of a sudden it doesn't feel equitable anymore. That's when you, as the business owner, business of one, has to step back and go, what's changed? Why don't I feel like this relationship has mutual trust and respect anymore? Because when you identify that, we can then do what? Try to fix it within this current relationship, or if we can't fix it, go find a new client. Go find a new company to work for. That is our new normal. There's no such thing as job security, and there's no such thing as loyalty. These are simply business partnerships that we stay in while they're equitable, and we move on when they aren't. So stop worrying about this. Go find a company that respects and trusts you. Build a brand that becomes so in demand, Tiffany, that they're willing to throw money at you, right? And they're willing to really respect you. And the moment that doesn't feel that way anymore, you try to fix it, or you go find somebody who will, another company, another manager, whatever. This is the problem. People hang on to full-time jobs thinking they are secure while they cheapen themselves, while they slowly but surely erode the trust and respect. And now the employer has the upper hand. And then suddenly one day you get laid off or fired, and you're embarrassed and angry. But you should have seen it coming all along, because you allowed the relationship to become inequitable. It's time to reclaim ourselves, to take ownership of our business of one and get it the respect we want and deserve, so that we don't care about these kinds of clauses, because they mean nothing to us, because we're going to move on the moment it doesn't feel fair and equitable. And you'll know, I've worked with thousands of people who have gone from getting ghosted to getting offers. And we always go through their career story. And time and again, we look at each other and I say, come on, where's the moment of accountability? Own it. Where in that relationship did you see it went wrong and you didn't make a change? And it's so hard to hear that, but it's also so freeing. It's so empowering, so that you don't care about stuff like this. I hope that made sense. It's time to change who you are. Change how you look at yourself. You're a business of one. You're a service provider who wants mutual trust and respect. And it's time to up your brand. The stronger the brand, the more in demand. Yeah? You got it? Thank you for sharing. Keep the questions coming. Good luck. Go get them.
This is the only reasonable comment I've seen pertaining to my job. Let me just say, some people don't always have a choice where they work. Me, I don't choose to work out here at the gas station. My store is a joint grocery store and gas station, and we're severely understaffed. And I'm one of the only people who is trained to do the gas station. So I have to. I don't have a choice. If I want hours, it has to be out here. Half of the time I'm inside working the customer service desk, half the time I'm outside closing the gas station. And it sucks, but if I want money and I want my job, that's what I gotta do. And you're right. Thank you for acknowledging the fact that it is a privilege to just be able to up and leave a job, because not everybody can do that. It's not easy to just find a job. And I make good money. Like, I make pretty decent money where I work, and I'm not going to just go be able to find a different job that pays me the same or more as I do right now. I can't take a pay cut. I can't go find another job that pays me less, because I won't be able to afford my bills and shit. Like, it's unfortunately Just not how the world fucking works. And all the people in my comments saying, you just shouldn't work at a gas station. You should have known that was gonna happen by choosing to work at a gas station. When I signed up to work at this fucking grocery store, I did not sign up to work at this fucking gas station, actually. So, yeah. I wish I didn't have to work here, and I don't want to, and I don't like it, and I am looking for other jobs, and I have been, so thanks.
Especially in this economy, it is a privilege to quit your job. Most people do not have that option to. And even if they quit, they get replaced within a week, within 2 weeks. And it just seems like every point you turn, the employers win regardless. It is either you stay at a job that you hate, but have to stay at to make ends meet, or you quit and you get replaced ASAP. So it's just like, they win regardless.
Don't fall for the okie doke, and here's the reason why. Now people are able to hide behind a computer, and they can do things such as, I didn't receive that email that you sent. Even though you have it timestamped, you can show that you sent it. But their narrative, if they are trying to find a way to eliminate, exclude you, isolate you, to create this narrative that you're not doing your job, that's real. It's happening every single day. I can't tell you how many emails I get, how many people have shared the same experience. All I'm saying is this: please protect your peace. Figure out a way to do what you love to do in spite of other people. If it means you have to walk away, walk away. If it means you have to create your own, create your own. Because what's going to happen is you're going to continue to be working, trying to navigate and move and cajole and prove and make people believe and see that you're doing your job. And the bottom line is this: if they want to eliminate you, they will figure out a way to do so with lies, deceit, gaslighting, manipulation, all of the horrible, unconscionable behaviors, because they have an agenda. They have an agenda. So the question is, how long are you going to continue to stay in an environment that is not protective, that does not hold people accountable, where the work culture allows people to gaslight and manipulate and to be aggressive in such a way? So don't think that just by working remotely, you're safe. If anything, it gives them now more ammunition to hide behind a computer and claim and make other excuses for their nefarious ways. Watch out.
Why are you still treating AI like it's some cool tool that you could just use every once in a while in the corner, and not like it's something that's going to replace you in the next 6 months, or at least help replace you in the next 6 months? Like, I don't think you understand how real this is, on how fast AI is moving. And all you're doing with it is putting your picture in to create yourself a Studio Ghibli character style image. When your colleague is figuring out a way to automate not only their work but yours, get double to triple the output, and then pitch that to your manager so that they can stay and have success, and you're going to be on the next round of layoffs. Like, I'm not trying to fearmonger at all. I'm not trying to scare you unless you need it, because this is a real thing. This is really happening. Klarna got rid of all of their customer service agents for an AI software. The entire division. Like, you don't think that's gonna come your way? So I want to know, what are you using AI for? Like, are you using it to create really cool cartoon images of yourself? Or putting in the latest ChatGPT prompt that you saw go viral on TikTok that you saved on how to turn AI into a better therapist for you? Like, or are you actually using it to figure out how to use AI-powered automation to double and triple your output without putting as many hours into work? Are you trying to figure out how to use it to solve real problems that your company is going through so that you can continue to have a career and you don't get replaced by somebody else who does? And if you're not the second person, what are you waiting for? What is it that you're not seeing in content or that you're not learning about that would help you learn these skills faster? Because I'll tell you, in the next 6 months to a year, AI is going to look totally different. This isn't the ChatGPT of 2022. This is what companies are really investing in, and they're quietly replacing your job right now. The data's already out there on how many companies are investing in this. Over 70% of them are investing in this and are looking for talent that knows how to use AI to augment their work and get double to triple output. So what are you doing, and why are you waiting?
The company I work at had a 22% layoff a few weeks ago, which sucked. Still sucks, and luckily I was safe. But one of my product managers was on the chopping block. She's only been at the company for like a few months. And obviously I was advocating for her. I wanted her to stay. And I'm the head of product, but I report into the CEO, and he's the CEO. He has final say. So when it came time for like yay or nay, he went to bat for her, and she ended up staying. We got to keep her. And the reason he went to bat for her is because of a meeting that they had been in together a few weeks prior. Her meeting, she was leading the meeting. It was her roadmap meeting. And he was just very impressed with how organized and effective she had been, and the vision that she painted. And what he didn't know is how much prep she put into that meeting, on her own, with her team, with me, going back and forth, like getting feedback on how to prepare and present within that meeting. So I say all that to say, when you have those moments with key people at your company, put the work in to make him to crush in those moments, to kill it. Because one or two good impressions with the right people can make a huge difference.
Most job security is no longer secure. You go through interview process after interview process. Sitting in these long, extensive interviews are sometimes too short to be good type of interviews. Checking off all those boxes, filling out all that paperwork, giving them all your motherfucking information. Get all that training under your belt just for them to snatch the rug from up under you within a month and a half. What is life right now? We are in what we call a renaissance period. This is a digital renaissance. And what I mean by that is that anybody, yes, even you, anybody who has a pulse and half a brain can outwork just about any motherfucking body and make a decent living doing whatever the fuck they want to.
This is your reminder that just having one corporate job, or just one job in general, is not safe. There are always going to be things like budget cuts, staffing reductions, market concerns, anything that will overall result in increasing the bottom line so that companies can make more money. Having one source of income only is riskier than having multiple sources of income. Whether it's a side hustle, investments, real estate, crypto, whatever, you should not be banking on just having one job to make ends meet, because that job can possibly be taken away. That cushy work from home tech engineering corporate job is not going to be forever. Budgets get adjusted, markets are very cyclical. It just does not make sense to only rely on one source of income. Unfortunately, this is just how it is nowadays. With how little wages have grown relative to how cost of living has increased, what's clear is ultimately we need to be looking out for ourselves. I'm Kazu, I'm an engineer in the industry and working on building a professional services business that's landed hundreds of people high-paying jobs. Follow me to stay up to date regarding general job hunt stuff and to increase the chances of landing your dream job.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.